I think it was more like, I think the fact that I was searching for a symbol that'll represent everybody. So, I wanted something that I could be able to put with the word visions. And like when you see the symbol by itself, you like, all right, that means ups and downs. That means overcoming the obstacles. That means pushing through whatever storm. Like it don't matter if it's mentally, spiritually, financially, like regardless of what, in school, you know what I mean, in your career, you know what I'm saying? If you know what I mean, if you're doing music, like filming, whatever you're doing, like that symbol, you know what I mean, that V with this lifeline on it, it represents going through all of it and still moving forward. So I wanted something that represent like a life's pulse of ups and downs, because we all know life comes with obstacles. It comes with setbacks, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't always push through it. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to give a message, like I wanted the symbol to be like a message to people. Like if they wearing it, when they look in the mirror and whatever that they probably going through in life at the moment, is like that symbol is a reminder to push through it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get past this. Like just focus, stay strong. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get through it. Oh nah, that's difficult as hell. That's not no easy thing to do, because it's a difference if you pulling up on people and you hopping out the car and popping your trunk and you got a whole bunch of brands that they already identify with. You know what I mean? If you boosting and you hop out, you got Polo, Nordica, you know what I'm saying? Versace, Gucci, all this other stuff, Prada, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be more quick to try to spend to buy that because they know these brands already. But you just coming out your crib, you know what I mean? You don't pressed up some shirts, you don't put this sweater under the machine and you put your own embroidery on it, and you come outside and you pop your trunk, and then they look down at it and they like, nah, I like this. This all right, I like this. And then you say your price, and then they start looking at you like, who you think you is, Gucci? You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely difficult. That's not an easy task. It took some years, a minute, pushing this brand for me to even get to this point. Like it took a minute. Like I watched a whole lot of brands come out, fire brands. They probably just got frustrated with the grind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the same as you selling fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. Because that'll go quicker. People gotta eat. They're gonna buy food. People don't have to buy your clothing brand. I mean, they could stick to the clothing brands that they know, or they could be like, I gotta buy it out your trunk. You know what I mean? Or order it online, yours. I could go to the store and get what I've been getting, what everybody else is wearing. You know what I mean? Some people ain't trying to be the trendsetters. You know what I mean? You got those that are, but some people just going along with what it look like it's popping. So it's not easy introducing a brand, even to your own neighborhood. Walking around with a bag with shirts in it that people really don't know, like that. They don't even understand the message. And then you have to have patience and become a good salesman fast, because every single person that you stop, being that they don't know the message of this brand, it wasn't marketed out there, you got to kind of sit there and give them a summary of the whole purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? So that comes with patience. You could wind up talking to 50 people, and probably 3 to 5 people might actually purchase something. 10 or 15 might say they're gonna holler at you on Friday. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, like bringing your brand out in the hood and all that. That's like gladiator school. If you could run around in them hoods and get people to buy your brand, that they don't know about. Yeah, you getting that's a crash course on marketing, promoting, salesmanship, entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Some of the best entrepreneurs come out the hood. They just a lot of times they don't even recognize that this is the training that they get. And then sometimes they don't ever get the opportunity to flourish in a corporate world with it. But that's a tough market. Trying to bring out a brand new brand in the neighborhood from the bottom, from scratch. Yeah, you gotta have some forward march in you to keep going with that. Because even if you get a few people around your building or around your block to buy it, now you still looking for consistency. You ain't just trying to get somebody to buy the hat one time. They thinking like, if I buy this hat, I'll satisfy them. He good. He ain't gonna be looking for me to buy nothing else. No, you trying to make this an ongoing thing with your brand, with your fashion. You know what I'm saying? You trying to keep this in the public. You trying to make this set trends all across everywhere. You trying to spread everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always looked at it too. Like, you gotta venture off and go a whole lot of other places. Like, don't just isolate yourself and just try to be in your hood with it. Like, you gotta take those trips. You have to go to pop-up shops. You have to travel with your brand. You have to really believe in your brand. You know what I mean? It took some years for me to get to this point with my brand. Or a lot of ups and downs, trials and tribulations. You know what I mean? Bids and everything. I always kept pushing my brand. Oh yeah, opening my first clothing store location, that was a grind. Like, I thought I had it all figured out. I had a lot to learn doing that. It's like, now I had to learn how to do the books. Then I had to learn how to do the credit card swipes. Then I had to learn um about the overhead. You know what I mean? Some people think, oh, you got a store, you sell something out here, that's your money in your pocket. Nah, you gotta meet your overhead monthly before you see a profit. So it was a lot of times I'm digging in my pockets to cover my overheads, to cover my inventories, to keep the lights on, the location, gas, all kinds of stuff. So that definitely wasn't no easy task starting out. And then I was in a good area too. I was in an area with it was a lot of traffic, college, stores, restaurants. It was a lot of stuff over there. Banks. I was in movie theater. So it was a lot of traffic and stuff going on. It just the traffic wasn't coming in my store. You know what I'm saying? When I opened my first location, I'm trying to push just my brand. And then you got to think, a lot of them don't know the message behind my brand. They don't identify with my brand. They didn't know what this meant or anything. So it's understandable, you know what I mean? Everybody's not, like I said before, they not trying to be the first one to step out with something. Some people are, a lot of people ain't. A lot of people trying to go along with, if they're trying to get something new, they're trying to get something new, but in a name that everybody already know. You see what I'm saying? So I watch people just, I'll be in there for 10 hours in a day sometime, or one of my employees in there for 10 hours, 12 hours. I'm paying them to be there and probably sell a pack of socks. And that's not even my brand. You see what I'm saying? So then what I started doing was I started having events, like hosting parties. And at these parties, I'll have my logo on the flyer. First prize might be you win like $300 and like a gift card to come shop at my store, stuff like that. Or you win a free Visions fit, this, that, and the third, with a photo shoot. So now you're getting the whole experience. You pulling up and you getting the clothes, and then I had a cameraman come and do the photo shoot. You getting professional pictures, stuff like that. And then I started getting into the fashion shows. Like, it was times I wasn't there, but my clothes was being promoted and marketed inside other people's fashion shows. Like, there's times I might have to send out $300-400 worth of my clothes and then ask for like footage back and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Of them having it inside the shows. And there was times that I was at the actual fashion shows and stuff, watching my clothing brand walk across the stage and certain things like that. So that's how I started kind of getting a little more of a flow. But what I realized is with the college kids, a lot of them shopped online. A lot of them didn't really like shopping in the stores around that area because one person told me they didn't want to buy something and then be walking in the neighborhood and see this person with the same exact thing. So, they were searching online to get stuff that it wasn't just easy to walk right up the street and get. So then when I realized that was one of the issues, what I did was I started giving out cards and I designed my own clothing website. And there was a lot of stuff on my website that you couldn't get inside my store. So it was a lot of exclusive stuff, and they started ordering off there. So while I'm running the store, I'm in there running the website and everything, started marketing online more. You know what I mean? I'm learning all this as I go along. You know what I'm saying? Then it was a lot of times it was like when I was doing the club events and stuff, I had a DJ shout out the clothing store and this, that, and the third. Some DJ booths might have had the big screen behind them. So I used to have a little thing that would show the store and show my clothing and this, that, and the third. And they'll put that on for me, you know what I mean? Let the crowd see it. Now while I'm walking around in the crowd and all that, people coming to me, oh, where your store at? This, that, and the third. Boom, boom, bang, this, that, and the third. Another thing that I learned from when I opened my first location, I'm trying to push just my brand. And people didn't know it. So to keep the lights on, like how a lot of record labels used to be saying, they had certain artists that's probably selling all over the country, selling other places, but they got these other artists that they trying to push, but they still have the market in those artists over there because those are the ones that's covering their overhead, those ones paying the bills, those are the ones they seeing the profit over, and they waiting for these to pop and set a new trend. You know what I mean? Because you'll keep digging in your pocket when you're trying to be the first one to set a trend. That's not easy. So then, being that I was already incorporated in my store and everything was legit, I had the commercial licenses and stuff. I started going into the wholesale market and getting a lot of stuff that was trending at the time, so it could cover my overhead instead of me keep digging in my pocket. So they had stuff, like the joggers, you know what I mean? I think the t-shirt dresses and a whole bunch of other kind of stuff that was popping at the time. They had like the cartoon socks and all that, you know what I mean? Certain kind of hats and all that, like everything that was trendy at the time. When I was going all through the neighborhoods into the next 2 and 3 states over and stuff, I would start putting that in the store a lot too and mixing my clothes in with it. But I had a whole little section that was just vision section too. So it was days people would come in, buy a jogger, go get a different t-shirt, go get this hat. And then they might just grab my vision hat to go with their outfit. Then some people will come in and they might grab some jeans and then they'll look and might grab a vision shirt to go with it. You see what I'm saying? So it was definitely a learning experience. I learned a lot. Like when I opened my first store location, you know what I mean? It was definitely a learning experience. It definitely wasn't easy. It was a grind. Word. I was on my way to a pop-up shop out of town. I was in Far Rockaway at the time. So I'm coming out my building like 5, 6 in the morning. I go because, in Edgemere, you could pull your car up to the building, like right up to the building, like the double building and stuff. So when I pull inside the horseshoe, I pulls up to the double building. I goes upstairs, I come down, I got 3 boxes. They already, packaged up and everything. And then I had like my overnight bag. I'm about to travel. I'm about to jump on the road. I'm going to a pop-up shop upstate New York somewhere. I think at that time it could have been in Glens Falls or somewhere upstate, Saratoga or something. So I put the 3 boxes in my trunk. I throw my overnight bag, my travel bag, I throw that in the trunk. I jumps in the car. I pull up 54th Street, go down to the back, I takes off. Now, I'm under the L, but then I turn out from the L like when I get to 30-something street, once you pass like 36th Street train station or whatever, I turn out from the L then. Now I'm going towards Bayswater Park. Like I'm heading towards the McDonald's on Mart Avenue, like you heading towards Redfern. I'm leaving out. Soon I get past Bayswater Park, police cars everywhere. Like I'm at first I'm like, nah, they ain't coming for me. Everywhere. I'm talking about they jumping out of everywhere. Don't move, driver, turn the car off, this, that, and the third. Went crazy. And then I got my hands out the car like this. When they pull up on the car, they no ask me for no license, no registration, nothing. He just start pulling on my door. I'm like, yo, calm down. He's like, you just pulling on the door, you sweating and acting crazy. So then they get the door open, they gets me out, got me on the floor, straight cuffs me, take me to the precinct. I'm in there for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Don't know why I'm in there or nothing. Yo, why am I in here? They ain't get no phone call, no nothing. They keep saying, they'll let you know in a minute. They'll let you know, this, that, and the third. About 2 hours later, they come, they open the pen. They let me out. I'm walking out the door, 2 police, 3 police, I think, walking me out, like they seeing me out. Like, and like free to go, like with attitude, like I did something. So I get in the car, I pulls off. I see like they in the inside, they like of the car, they tore it up and all that. I can see where they threw my paperwork and stuff out, stuff like that. So I get to the turnpike, I'm filling up the tank. I pops the trunk, all 3 boxes open, clothes all over the trunk. Some of them was wet. So I'm smelling it to make sure they ain't piss on it or no weird crazy shit. It probably was water, probably just like threw water all over it. So it was all wrinkled, all kinds of stuff. So I still jumps on the highway. I shoots up there to the pop-up shop. My homegirl had a dry cleaner service and all that up there. So she ran my stuff through, you know what I mean, for express fee and everything. Got everything back situated. I still made the pop-up shop, the show, and the club event. So, I mean, that's what that symbol represents. They put you through all that. That turn you. That a lot of people would have got turned off. Like, forget it. I ain't about to go through this. I ain't about to gotta do all this. Then I gotta try to get the wrinkles out the shirt and this, that, and the third. But I mean, that's the symbol right there. That's the 4th March right there. That's the lifeline on that V right there. The arrow, the key pushing through, regardless of what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was one of the crazy things right there while I was running around with my clothing brand, you know what I mean, in the hood like that. They thought I had boxes full of some kind of drugs or something in my trunk and just violated my clothes and stuff and held me up for a whole 2 hours for nothing. Word. It's very important to believe in your brand. To believe in yourself, period, regardless of what you're doing. Like you putting your all into something is very important for you to believe in what you're doing. You know what I mean? That confidence is gonna bring a certain kind of energy. Like that's just like a person that's rapping and he in the booth and what he's talking about don't even sound believable. That he ain't giving it the right energy. You know what I mean? You have to be confident with it. You have to really believe in yourself. So I believe in my brand wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? I think I've been doing it for all these years. I've been pushing this brand. Anybody that know this brand, and shout out to my loyal customers and stuff, and the people that be supporting my brand. People were still ordering my brand while I was in the pen. You know what I'm saying? My websites and stuff was still active. My clothes were still getting pushed to certain stores that was making their minimum orders and stuff like that. So, like, I wholeheartedly believe in my brand. You know what I mean? I took a lot of sacrifices and stuff to keep my brand going and everything. So, it's very important to believe in what you're doing and make sure you're giving it that all and giving it that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the messages I want my brand to represent. That's why it's called branded by visions. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you brand it, that's like something for life. That's permanent. That's like your vision. Don't make it a summer thing, a seasonal thing. You know, for 1 year, then you give up. Nah, be branded by it. Like let it stick with you until you accomplish it. You know, you might have certain little detours you might have, but as long as you still taking big steps, small steps, whatever steps towards your vision, towards your purpose, you align with your purpose, then you're accomplishing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't have to accomplish the whole thing overnight, but you heading towards it. You're accomplishing it. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot. And that's what this symbol represents. That's what this represents right here. In life, we go through ups and downs, but you keep moving forward towards your visions. That's what it represents. So that's the message that I wanted to give off. When you put it on, you feel confident. You believe in whatever you doing. You believe in it. It's like an empowerment. Like, this is my Batman sign. You know what I mean? This is my S on the chest. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? Visions. This is what I'm out here chasing. This is what I'm going hard for. See what I'm saying? Word. So it's very important to believe in what you're doing, to believe in your brand. That's very, very, very important. There's still stores that you can find it in right now. It's online is www.brandedbyvisions.com. On Instagram is at branded_by_visions. You know, my page is at I am Deadeye59. All one word. Don't fall for them fake pages, boy. They had a zillion fake pages. They've been trying to catch people for bread, and I'm released, they still hitting people up like they locked up. People was crazy, boy. But yeah, don't fall for none of that. And they definitely gonna be in the store near you real soon. Like, I just did the situation where, you know what I mean, the wholesale distribution is about to take win, so it's going to be hitting a whole lot of stores in different neighborhoods, you know what I mean, over the next couple of months and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just staying focused, staying on top of it. That's just the way it go. Yo, I appreciate everybody that sat here, you know what I mean, and listened to the whole situation, the breakdown of what Branded by Visions represent, what this symbol represents, and all that. And for those who've been rocking with me this whole time with my brand, I appreciate y'all. And for those that's about to start rocking with me now, I definitely appreciate y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Forward March, you already know, Branded by Visions. You know what I mean? 100. One.